You are listening to Larry Conners, USA.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
This is Larry Conners USA. Larry Conners USA.
I woke up this morning, got myself a gun. Mama always said I'd be the chosen one.
We do know that there are dozens and dozens of people who've been through this who regret that this happened and a permanent change happened to them. And, you know, if you've ever been around children, 14-year-olds can't make this decision. In the gender dysphoria clinic in England, 10% of the kids are between the ages of 3 and 10. We should be outraged that someone's talking to a 3-year-old about changing their sex.
Are you outraged or not? Talking to a 3-year-old about changing their sex? March 2nd, 2021, had to Senator Rand Paul in questioning Dr. Rachel Levine as Biden's nominee to be Assistant Secretary of Health and Human Services. We've covered this story previously, but I want to spend more time on it today. This issue is getting way out of control. The very fact that Biden would nominate someone that is so hell-bent on gender operations on children. Why? Well, Dr. Rachel Levine is a woman who was a man, who had 2 children with a wife, and then decided in 2013 or 11, I think it was, I don't want to be this gender anymore. I almost switched genders. Divorce followed 2 years later. Haven't heard anything about how their kids are doing with this attitude. I did give some time to this the other day, but I'm telling you, I do not want to walk away from this subject. This is the leftist move that will ruin our nation forever. And they're pushing in so many ways. Abortion everywhere without any reason, if necessary, if we can get it. Full open voting, anyone coming across the country, across our border. We don't have a stinking border. Come on in and vote. And now let's see what we can do about really messing up our kids. Talk them into transgender operations. I cannot let this go another day without spending more time on it. And then in the midst, by the way, you should know that Dr. Rachel Levine, while being questioned by Senator Rand Paul the other day, Republican of Kentucky, got praises from the left. Oh, we're so glad you handled that properly. Wait till you hear the answers Dr. Levine gave. And, of course, they're critical of Senator Rand Paul because he dared ask such questions. And then today you got one of the most ridiculous statements I've ever heard. I mean, ever heard. And it comes from former CIA Director John Brennan.
Well, I must say, to Claire's point, I'm increasingly embarrassed to be a white male these days. In light of what I see of my other white males saying.
What is he talking about? And the laugh was not from him, and it was a host on MSNBC. But he said, I'm embarrassed to be a white male because I see what other white males are doing. But he's only talking about conservative white males. We're going to spend some time today taking his remarks and say, what about your white Democrats and some of the things they say? I don't want to make it race, but that's what he's done. And then, in addition to that race issue, Dr. Seuss books, got to get rid of them. They are racist. They are so racist. They're so racist that Obama didn't know they were racist. Obama praised the author, creator of Dr. Seuss books. Michelle Obama, while in the White House, did a reading and a little dance with the kids from a Dr. Seuss book. They didn't know. Somebody didn't tell the Obamas it's racist. Well, now it is. So we're going to get rid of it. Because there are too few male characters and there are questions about the color of the characters. So we have something against green people now? I didn't know that. We're going to get into that. And if you want to talk about problems I have with Dr. Seuss, just the very thought of green eggs and ham, that kind of makes me kind of sick anyway. But I take it for what it is. It's a child's book. And then Andrew Cuomo, New York governor, bully, cannot be pushed around. Feels free to reach out and touch women, lean over and kiss them, even at their wedding to someone else. Is it that bad, or is it being amplified? Well, joining us today, Christopher Bedford, senior editor for The Federalist, and he's going to tell us more about why Democrats are now jumping on and piling on Cuomo. We have got a lot to cover. If you haven't heard this program before, let your friends and neighbors know we're on the air for the next 2 hours. The rest of you, lock and load. Ready on the right.
You can hear podcast of this program at Larry Connors USA Facebook. Larry Connors USA Facebook.